I saw a bandana on the floor of my car. I don't wear bandanas. So I knew something was wrong. They took my library card, my debit cards, my credit cards, they took everything. I knew someone had either been in my car or had been messing with something related to the insides of my car. Took all of my cars except I think like a Starbucks gift card, and that was about it, like a Sheetz card. If nothing else in life, I highly recommend this. Always listen to people who are older than you and who give advice from a perspective of actually having experienced things. This is super critical to understand. I just got a message recently from my girlfriend, and she says to me, I left my wallet here at this place at Starbucks or whatever. I came back, I went to the bathroom, and my wallet was gone, and I had a lot of money in it. Two things came to mind. Two emotions came to mind. The first emotion was a bit of anger on her behalf. Anger that someone saw a wallet sitting there by itself and decided to take it. But the second emotion was relief. And that might be a weird thing to say. Like, why would you feel relieved that your girlfriend's wallet got stolen? And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm relieved because this teaches a lesson multiple times, and this is not just about her, but I'm gonna use her as an example because it's the most recent example that I have. Multiple times I've said to my girlfriend, never leave your wallet by itself. Always hold on to your wallet, always. And she's not from America. And she says, well, America's safe. America's a good place. People don't steal. Now I've said to her on numerous occasions, regardless of how dangerous you think your country is, regardless of how dangerous you think the people you know are, every place in the entire planet is dangerous to a degree. Every place on the planet has a degree of crime embedded into it. Does that make sense? So no matter where you go, there's always the chance that someone will commit a crime. There's always the chance that someone will take advantage of you. There's always the chance that someone might steal from you. And because there's always at least a 1% chance of it happening, the best way to prevent it from happening is to take control of your life. Put life in your own hands and just outright prevent it altogether by eliminating that possibility, or at least minimizing it as low as it can possibly go with your own control. Consistently, ever since I've given that advice, she leaves her wallet. She leaves it in the car. She leaves it on random tables. She leaves it anywhere. We go out and she might just leave her wallet sitting there. And I've said to her numerous times, you cannot leave your wallet. People steal. People steal. If they find money in your wallet, they might even just steal the money. They might steal the cards and get back the wallet to make it seem like they didn't steal it. I give this advice partially from just a general common sense perspective, but I also give the advice because I've had stuff stolen from me before, and I know what that's like. And I've had friends who have had things stolen from them in the past, and I know what that's like. One of the most recent stories I can think of is around the time I first moved to Northern Virginia. I used to go to LA Fitness. If you're familiar with Northern Virginia, I used to go to LA Fitness in Leesburg, kind of near the village of Leesburg, if you're familiar with the area. If not, don't worry about it. And I remember having that same belief that Northern Virginia is so peaceful and so safe that there's no way people would ever steal from me. Never would happen. Now, I remember going to the gym one time, and I had my backpack in the car, and I had my windows slightly cracked, just slightly cracked. And I remember I did my workout as usual for about an hour and a half or so. And I come back and I see my windows slightly down. And at first, I didn't even really register it. I remember getting in my car, getting in the passenger seat, and then seeing my book bag open, and then seeing my wallet on the chair. And I thought, did I leave my wallet on the chair? But the thing that really stuck out to me, and the thing that made me realize something was off, was that I saw a bandana on the floor of my car. I don't wear bandanas, so I knew something was wrong. I knew someone had either been in my car or had been messing with something related to the insides of my car. And so I immediately saw the wallet on the chair and started piecing things together, realized the window's down, and then realized someone must have pried the windows open just enough because they saw the wallet in my backpack, which was open and visible from the inside of the car. And someone must have reached in, pried it open, took the wallet out. Why they didn't steal the wallet is beyond me. My guess is that maybe they wanted to buy stuff really quick and they were hoping that if they left the wallet, I wouldn't notice it and they could buy stuff without me canceling the card. I don't really know why they would have thought that. It's stupid logic, but they left the wallet, took all my cards, took all of my cards except I think like a Starbucks gift card, and that was about it, like a Sheetz card. They took my library card, my debit cards, my credit cards, they took everything. They didn't take the cash. I had cash in my wallet actually. They didn't take the cash, but they took the cards. Doesn't make sense. They're worst thieves ever. So from experience, I quickly learned, don't ever leave your wallet in the car. And if you do leave it in the car for whatever reason, don't make it visible. Don't give people a reason to victimize you. Don't give people a reason to steal from you or to inflict some kind of harm on you. And so when I tell people stories like this, sometimes I don't even tell the story. A lot of times I just say, I don't think you should do A, B, and C. And maybe I should give the story more often so people can sort of see it from my point of view and see the rationality for it. But to me, the advice in itself should be common sense. And that advice in itself should be something worth listening to, considering I've probably been, it's just common sense, but I've probably been in a situation where I've experienced it. So, kind of going back to the situation with my girlfriend, I'm not that upset that her stuff got stolen. And it's not that I don't care, but the reality is that, and I found this to be true, there's usually two ways to learn a valuable lesson in life. There's the hard way and there's the harder way. The reason why these are the only two main ways is because most people do not listen. Most people don't try to take other people's experiences and learn from them and really apply and sort of work out all of the negative things that occurred to get from point A to point B. Does that make sense? So people learn things the hard way if they listen, and maybe they will minimize the negative effects that would have happened, but they still get some of the negatives. And then there's the harder way, where you just completely shut out advice and you completely don't listen and you completely continue to make the same mistakes that people have told you not to make. And then bad stuff happens. And then hopefully, once the really bad stuff happens, you sit there and think to yourself, damn, I should have listened. This would have never happened had I listened. That's the really bad thing. So I'm sharing this video with you because I want you to really, really think about this next time someone gives you advice. There are two ways to learn things. There's the hard way and the harder way. Which of those two paths do you want to take? Do you want to take the hard way, where you still experience some negativity, but you've minimized it? Or do you want to take the harder way, where you just outright don't listen at all, make the mistakes that person has already made and has tried to prevent you from making, and then you completely screw yourself over? The choice is yours.